大家好. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our third workshop for New South Wales Tumu in association with the Auburn Asian Welfare Centre. My name is Krista, and this is Xiao Tony, little Tony, who's going to be helping us again today. You would have seen him last Sunday. Before we get started, we do just want to mention as a little disclaimer that this is just a guide and just for your interest. If you decide to follow along with any of the activities, you do so at your own risk. We want everyone to be safe, so please make sure that you do warm up and that you have enough room if you are going to follow along to do any of the exercises. Before we start doing our exercises this morning though, we would like to introduce a representative from the Auburn Asian Welfare Centre to talk a little bit about the organisation so that we know more about why we're all here.
大家早上好. Good morning. As was mentioned, I'm Lee Lang, the chairperson of the Asian Welfare Centre, and we've been very fortunate to work with New South Wales Athletic Jingu Association to deliver these workshops for our children during this COVID-19. And most of us are believe more or less affected by this situation. And we have this workshop to help us to get ourselves in self-defense, self-development and self-esteem, and help all of us benefit from these workshops. And I sincerely thank all these teachers and also particularly the students has demonstrated fantastically well. And I hope all of you benefit from this. And I wish everyone have a good health. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We've been doing a little bit of warm-up by ourselves. So I hope you join us doing a little bit of warm-up. Just rotating our body, moving our arms, moving our legs. Particularly on a cold morning like today, it's really important that you warm up your joints. So warming up your knees. Let's do a few more squats, shall we? Warming up your knees. We were just warming up our ankles. So doing ankle circles as well. Let's do a few more of those ankle circles. And we'll do a few wrist circles. Warming up shoulders, some shoulders, and back. And the one that we didn't do yet is Gongbu and Kubu stretches. So let's do Gongbu stretches. Now this isn't the same as doing Gongbu. This is about stretching. So you want to put a lunge in here and you can hold your back hip, press down a little bit. Make a nice long stretch. We'll do the other side. Good long stretch on that. So you should be stretching the front of the quad here, stretching the ankles. Then we'll do Kubu stretch. So you go from here, bring the toe in. Now, if you can't go this low, and it took me a long time to manage to get this low, just go as low as you can. And it's just about stretching the inside of your leg and stretching your ankle. Wow, look at Xiao Tony, you can go so low. All right, we'll do the other side. Flip over. If you can stretch towards your ankle here, that does extend the stretch. You do the other hand. Oh, God. Oh, look at that. Very good. To be young and so flexible again. It would be wonderful. Okay, let's stand up. As I said, safety is really important. So anything that you follow along today, make sure you look after yourself. You know what your limits are. All right. So before we get started, what we're going to do is recap what we've learned in our previous lesson. So last Sunday we had Gerard and Xiao Tony. And what did we go through? Do you remember? No. What we went through is we did some punches. We did basic punches. So show us the fist. What's the construction of the fist? Yes, good. To the side. So it's nice and flat on the end, dead straight from here. Where's your thumb? Show me your thumb. Thumb is tucked on the outside of the fingers, so not inside the fist, on the outside. That's great. Then we do push palm. Show us push palm. Very nice. All 4 fingers together, thumb tucked in, and the push, not flat on the side, a little bit turned in. So this is Wushu push palm. Now one I don't think we talked about last week is hook. Can you show everyone hook? That's right, hook. And this one is all 4 fingers touching the thumb. That's a hook. And you lift with your wrist. Can you show me one pose that has hook in it? Very nice. So there you go. So we have fist, palm, hook. Now the other thing we learned a lot about last week was stances. 5 stances. Let's go. First stance is mabu. Now, Tony getting into that stance. Stand up. Let's do it again. So where do we go? 1, 2, 3. Straight down. That's it. That's getting into mabu. Mabu, horse riding stance. What's the next one? Gongbu, bow stance. So gongbu, we talked about last week. Knee should be flat and straight in front of the foot. Back foot pointing 45 degrees. Back leg nice and straight. That's it. Gongbu. What's another one? Hubu. Hubu is crouch stance, low stance. Low as you can possibly get. What's another one? Number 4. Yeah, that's right. Chiabu. Chiabu. Very good. Chiabu is cross step. So one leg in front of the other, all the way down. Oh yeah, can you turn around? Show around from the front. There you go. Yeah. So one knee behind the other, crouching down. Very nice. And there's one more. What's one more? We forgot one. Shubu. Very nice. Empty stance. Shubu. So all the weight on the back leg, no weight on the front leg. What can you do when you're in that stance? Do a lift. Yeah, that's it. So the reason why we do empty stance is so you have all your weight on your back foot, so the front leg is ready for action. The front leg can do kicks or lifts. The front leg's ready to go. Okay, so we've gone through 3 hand techniques, 5 stance techniques. In the previous workshops, we also did some practice of some of those techniques. So we did some punching, did some pushing of palms. We also did some kicks. And we'll come back to some of those, but we're going to start practicing a little bit now. So what I like to warm up with first is marble punching, okay? We do a couple of sets of 3. So 3 punches, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Show me. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, stand up. We'll let everyone join in, so get yourselves ready. How do we get into marble again? 1, 2, 3, 4, sit. And we'll do 5 sets of 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Very good. All right, let's do the same thing with push palm. Into marble. 3, 4. That's it. And go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Very good. Okay, stand up. Now we'll do 3 punches, gongbu to mabu. But this time, let's first talk about how we get from gongbu through mabu to gongbu. Okay, can you show everyone nice and slow? So we're at gongbu, then go, mabu, then gongbu, and back again. Mabu, gong, mabu, gong, mabu, gong. Okay, can we show with the punches there? So starting gongu, go. Very nice, very snappy. Okay, so everyone can follow along. Let's do it one more time, a little bit slower, and then we'll speed up again, okay? So we're going from here. 1, 2, mabu, 3. 1, 2, mabu, 3. 1, 2, mabu, 3. 1, 2, mabu, 3. And a little bit faster. 1, 2, mabu, 3. 1, 2, mabu, 3. 1, 2, mabu, 3. 1, 2, mabu, 3. All right, are we all feeling nice and warmed up now? I know I am. So we have done warm-up punches, warm-up palm pushes, 3 punches together. Let's talk a little bit about some new movements now. So we've done a lot of basics in the last 2 workshops. And what we want to introduce now, excuse me, what we want to introduce now is a few new movements. So we're going to talk about elbows, we're going to talk about swinging arm, and we're going to talk a little bit about kicks, putting kicks together, and then we're also going to talk about balances. So all of these are very fundamental to many different styles of Wushu. You have these in Natran, you have these in our basic Qingwu forms, such as Tantui and Gonglishan. And so we're going to go through a few extra movements. These are really good fundamentals, very important for lots of different styles. So let's start with elbow. Jaw, is that right? Jaw, elbow. Now last week on Thursday, Sun Tzu did talk about the elbow a little bit, but we're going to go through a few different techniques. He did a horizontal technique. We're going to do a diagonal technique, and then also ding side technique for both sides, okay? Let's first start off with a diagonal technique. Now with this one, we're going to go, we'll just do the hands first. Grab, elbow. When you turn your whole body and the direction the elbow coming down, slapping the palm. So again, grab, elbow. One more, grab, elbow. Now, what stance could we be doing this in? You got an idea of a stance to be doing it? Gongbu. Let's do that. So ready? Start here, grab, weight on your back foot, elbow. Finishing Gongbu. You want to lean forwards, get that elbow really in there. The elbow, the point of the elbow, is all bone. So it's really, really hard. It's really tough. It's a really good part of your body to be hitting with, especially if you don't want to hurt your hands. I mean, hands are full of bones as well, but the bones are much thinner. So elbow, really powerful strike. Let's do that again. Grab, elbow. Grab, elbow. Now you want to tuck your elbow close to your chest so that the strike is your whole body. If your arm is out here, you have to reach farther, you lose power. Close to the body, strike. So that's into Gongbu. Very good. There is also one extra stance that we can do it in. This is from Nanchuan, and this is called dragon stance. So it finishes with one knee bent behind the other, and the body lunging forwards. You can see that from the side? Yes. So knee, back leg closer, back foot closer. Bring your back foot closer. Closer, 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 closer. Yes, so your back foot is quite close to your front heel. So you step forwards, one foot comes closer behind the other. Yeah, start back here. So we're going to go step forwards, That's it. Nice. Here, step forwards. Ready? Step forwards. That's it. Again, step forwards. One more. Grab, elbow. Nice. Let's do 3 more of those. So remember, fist close to your body. Swing your elbow with your whole body. That's it. And hit your palm. You can hear that nice smacking sound. Lots of power in that, hey? All right, we'll do 3 more times. Step forward. If at home you don't have the space, just practice the arm movement. So you're going to go grab, step, grab and step. One more, grab, step. Nice. Okay, now we also mentioned side elbow. So there's a few ways you can do the side elbow with your stances. You can do it mabu, you can do it gongu. Yes, very nice. Let's practice just the hand movement to start with again though. So the hand movement coming from the middle of the body. Now you notice my shoulders still nice and relaxed. So the power coming from out through the elbow, coming from the palm, will be to push the arm out through the elbow, but not lifting the shoulders. So it's not like this, no power in this, using whole body, push, push, keep it close to your body, close to your chest, push. That's it, that's it. Ready? Do it by palm, go. Ooh, very nice, one more, go. Go 2 minutes by palm at a time, one more, go. Yes, very good. I'm going to do the other side as well. So push, other side, push, keep shoulders soft and relaxed, turn your head, flick your head. There's a lot of head flicking and wushu as well. Your gaze is very important. Go from this side to this side, to this side, to this side. From front, side, front, side. Let's do it in a stance. What stance do you think we should do it in? Nice. Mabu to gongu. Okay. So we're here. That's a low. Ready? Go. Ooh, that felt good. Then show me yours. Go. Very nice. Keep your elbow a little bit down, closer to your knee. So elbow, relax your shoulders. That's it. Do it again. Go. Nice. And you push. Push. Whoa. That's it. One more. Mabu. Boom. Should we do the other side? From here. Go. Go. Other side. Really hit each other. Go. Yes. Very nice. Go. Very nice. Okay, let's let the folks at home follow along if you want. Stand up. Let's do side elbow again a couple of times. Just really hit you with the head then. Sorry. Okay. So start over here and flick your head as you do it as well. Don't hurt your neck though. Just a warning. Make sure you don't go too hard. But flick your head a little bit. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. We're going to do 5, 4, and 5. Very nice. Let's do the other side. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do it with stances again. This time we can just do mabu. So I have to do mabu gongo. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And another side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, stand up. Oh, it's very good. How are you feeling? Good? Yeah, me too. It's very warmed up, certainly. Okay, so we have done punches. We've done stances. We did push palm. Now we've done some elbows. Let's show the folks some swinging arm, okay? Now, swinging arm, what I'll get Tony to do is show you a movement with swinging arm in it. But this is a real fundamental that gets used in a lot of different situations. So not just one movement has a swinging arm, there's actually several movements that have swinging arm. So Tony, if you can just show me maybe kick, swing arm into Pubu. You don't have to do this at home, I don't want you to kick your china across with the living room or anything. He's just going to show you some movements that have the swinging arm. Go. Very nice. Okay. Come back, maybe show you one more time. It seems like you're not quite on camera. That's it. Yeah, good job. Ready, go. Excellent. Okay, stand up. So, swinging arms, as you can see, we actually did swinging arms a few times in that little sequence, but for different reasons. First one he did was, and then kick, and then swinging arm, slap down into Pubu. So it does happen in a few different movements. It's not just once that we do it, which is why it's a really important technique to understand. Okay, let's break it down real slow, all right? So people can follow at home. I'm going to start here. Now, important to remember the Wushu palm, so fingers all together, thumb tucked in. And we're going to go up. When we're right up, reaching up, turn the palm over. And then as it comes back, all the way back, see how my palm is facing away now. And then down, and we'll follow it all the way back up again. So this is one full swing. Ready? Up, palm turning over and back, down and up. So pointing, first pointing to the sky, turning over as your body turns over, but turning all the way backwards, down to the floor. So this is the first part of the swing. Now when you do with both arms together, the other hand is following. Swing the whole body. It's quite confusing when you do it slow, isn't it? When you're still doing it fast. That's okay. We'll do it a few times together. This hand, the hand that's leading, is the most important hand. So we're starting here, and we go up, reach up. See how standing on my very tippy toes at the back there, reaching up, stretch, turn all the way over and back, down, and then up, all the way up, stretch, turn it over, down, and back. That's it. We put two hands together. We can turn over as well. We'll do that. We keep going with the movement. So go up, turning over, back, around, coming over. That's it. Nice. So that's the first part of the swing. Like I said, we do this in many different movements. I think to start off with, let's do it with a clap, which would be before we do a kick, usually. So can you show me just once with a kick? Go. Okay. If you can come back here, can you do it without running? Or just on the spot? Go on. Used to taking a couple of steps. Very nice. So this slap, for this one, we're going the same way. We're going up and back. Front hands coming out, and then clap. Very nice clapping sound on that one, wasn't it? Very loud. So front palm and back palm slapping together. We do that a few times. We have a very red back of palm. That's good though. That's good practice. Okay. So again, up, over. Palm is changing. Notice the red palm's changing all the way. Then it comes to the front. Clap. Lift your body up, getting ready for that leg to follow. That's it. Now, if you want to practice a little bit of this one first, then you can do this in your house. When we do clap, bring just your knee up and slap your knee. This is part one of being able to slap your foot. So for those of you who haven't practiced before, This is just a good warm up, but for anyone else, it's also, you can just do this in a small place, so you don't need to be having all that space to do it. So we'll do that a few times and we'll slap our knee, okay? So up, around, clap, clap. Nice. One more. Up, look at the palm changing as it comes around, clap, clap. You're always slapping the foot. So flexible, it's good. Okay, one more. Up, arm changing, coming around, clap. Very nice. So that's one full circle, but we do have quite often going into two full circles, and sometimes that then goes into Wushu stance. So let's do the full arm swing a couple of times, okay? And we'll start from Wushu. Come up, coming up, going over, swinging forwards. Now on this side, so we're going to this side, yeah. Then where do we go? Keep going up. That's it. And nice. Okay, so we're going to do the arm movements again a couple of times. And as I said, if you can't go into Wushu, don't worry about it. You don't have to slap the ground. You can slap the leg or just come down a little bit. The arm movement is the most important thing. You really need to loosen your shoulders up. So relax your arms, relax your shoulder fin. So we'll do practice maybe 5 times. We'll do 3 really slowly, and then we'll do 2 a little bit faster, okay? Ready? So if you can't go really low, that's okay. You can do it from high as well. Up, over, yes, swing, through. Very nice. Do 2 more, nice and slow, just like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, very good. 1 more. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Do 2 a little bit faster. Ready? Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. We are going to take a break very soon because I do believe it is 10:30. After the break, we want to do a little bit of Gongli Chan, which has some of these movements. But just before we do, there's one more thing we wanted to talk about, which is balancing. In Gongli Chan and in quite a lot of Wushu, you have to do balancing, which is standing on one leg. So one of the more basic ones would be standing on one leg with one knee raised, which we have in Tai Chi, for example, Jiji Li. We also have one leg with punch to the side in a few Wushu movements. So standing on one leg is really important, being able to keep your balance. So practice a few times. Knee up, keep your balance, toe pointing to the ground. You want to get that knee nice and straight, as close to your body as possible. One more here. If you don't have the flexibility to do it, you can turn this into a stretch as well. So it becomes a balanced stretch. And you're doing 2 things at once. You're doing balancing and stretching. The other side. Very good. If you can't stand on one leg for this long, you can always have a little support next to you. But balancing, we have many, many different balancing movements. We'll just show you a couple today. So, continuing on from the arm swing, we have Gu Chang Zhang. Chang Zhuang, which is thrust palm. So can you show them on that one else? Yep, that's good. Ready. So we're swinging arm, same way we were before, but this time thrusting the palm through and down into Wushu, back up. Very nice. Press, push palm, down and up. Press, push palm, down and up. Press, Push palm, down and up. Excellent. Now, we can do this involving a balance as well. Can you show everyone that one? So swing arm, and then push palm, down into Wushu and up. This one is much harder. If you're not used to doing Wushu, you're not used to doing Wushu, I would suggest you don't try this one. But it is incorporating the balance. So you can see we're putting together arm swing, we're putting together Wushu, the stance, we're putting together palm, and we're putting together balance. So lots of things that we've talked about today are incorporated in this movement. You can see how the Wushu fundamentals go through lots of different parts and lots of different movements. Very nice. Okay, what I suggest for you at home, if you haven't done much Wushu, if you're interested in Wushu, one thing to practice would be practicing balancing on one leg. Can you show one more type of balance? Very nice. Can we show it starting? Continue. Okay. Yes, very nice. Straight like an arrow pointing to the sea. So this is another type of balance. Thank you. You can stand up. Good work. So balance is very important. Even if just a few times a day you're practicing this one, try to keep your balance on one foot for as long as you can and stretching that leg. No matter what your age is, this will be very good for you. Having good balance is the fundamental of Wushu, of Taiji, of all Chinese martial arts. Okay, let's take a break, shall we? We're going to take a break for 5 minutes. I'm also going to join you in that break. I'm going to talk a little bit about Qingwu, about the history of Qingwu. And once we come back, we're going to do a bit of Gongyi-Quan, which is the fundamental foundation form of the Qingwu organization. Okay, thank you, everyone. I'll join you again in 5 minutes. Okay, welcome back, everybody. So as I mentioned before we start again, I'm going to talk a little bit about the history of the Qingwu Athletics Association. Very quickly, I promise, but it's a very interesting organization, and I do recommend that you look into it if you've never heard of it before. So the Qingwu organization was founded in 1909 in Shanghai as a martial arts and athletics organization, with the single goal of making people fit and strong and healthy and encouraging martial arts to promote discipline, wisdom, kindness, courage, and give people the benefits of having a fit and healthy body as well as a fit and healthy mind. So they promoted not just martial arts, but also intellectual study. They were very big on technology and progress. They were a very progressive society. So I actually think something like this today, they would have really loved the original founders of the Qingwu organization, because they were making their own movies, they were publishing their own magazines, they were publishing their own books, all for the spread of martial arts, Chinese martial arts throughout the world. And what we have from them now still is fundamental martial arts, different forms. So what we've done this morning is incorporated in Tantui. Tantui is basics of kicking and basic foundation and fundamental movements. And what we're going to do very soon is Gongyi-Quan. And Gongyi-Quan is one of the first 10 foundational forms. There's actually about 50 different Qingwu forms because different masters were specializing in different forms, but there are 10 fundamental forms which include weapons forms and partner forms. So it's a really amazing organization, and it has spread all across the world, even here in Australia and here to New South Wales. And as I said, I think if you read up a little bit about the history, you understand more about how it's such a progressive and inclusive community of people, all focused around having a better life with Chinese martial arts. Okay, before we do Gongyi-Quan, there was one thing that we forgot to do before we did Gongyi-Quan. We promised we'd do some kicks. So we're going to do 3 kicks, which we demonstrated last Sunday. But this time, before we continue, I do want to call up a special guest, Mitch, if you'd like to come up and join me. We're going to show a little bit of Chima, which is self-defense techniques. Welcome. Now, last week we did this movement, and with 3 kicks. 1 kick, side kick, turning around, side kick. But we're going to focus a little bit on this, what this is for. So this is a self-defense technique, and it's actually a really easy one to learn, and it's a really fantastic technique. So if Mitch grabs my arm, he's already pulling, it's very strong. The first thing I'm doing here, if you notice the movement, first thing, trap his hand. That's the most important thing. If I try and do the movement, the next part of the movement, which is curling my palm, he can let go and he can run away. So the first part is trap. Then turning my wrist out, I turn his arm over. So his elbow's now pointing to the sky. He just told me that's enough. The reason he said that is because this is actually a very powerful movement. And Mitch and I are a similar height and similar kind of weight. But even so, it's actually quite a painful movement, a very powerful movement. So be careful if you practice with a friend. First trap, turn, and then the next part of the movement we do is a stomp. The stomp is not the important part of the movement. The important part of the movement is the pull in and sink. So you pull in and sink towards your hip, and you sink your whole body, press down. And that's when it becomes really powerful. So trap, turn, down. Look at the position he's in now. Now, if you think about what we do after this with the 3 kicks, go kick here. That looks like that'd be quite a painful kick if I didn't move in that position. So let's do it here. So it could be kick here, could be stomp here, could be kick to the face. So we'll kick to the back. You're just a sucker for punishment. That's here, kick, stand, kick, lots of different things you can be doing there. But as I said, you can see it's a really powerful movement. First trap, turn. So starting with the middle finger, rolling over. Then the stamp is not important. The stamp just helps you pull down, down and in. Then we go 1 kick, 2 kick, 3 kick. And that's what we're going to practice for a couple of minutes, okay? Tony, thank you, Mitch. So we're going to go first, grab. 1, 2, you can do it with a spin and kick up, or if you can't do the spin, you're worried you're going to kick one of your houseplants off a shelf, you can also kick the other direction. So we'll do it together again. You ready? Grab, pull down. 1, 2, 3. Nice. Let's do it side on so everyone can see. Stand this way. Ready? Grab. 1, 2, 3. Either direction is fine. You can spin around or you can just kick in 2 directions. We're going to do that 3 more times, okay? Trap, grab, pull down. 1, 2, 3. Come back. 2 more times. Grab. 1, 2. I'm going to kick back this way. 3. Very nice. 2 more. Grab. Pull down. 1, 2, 3. 1 more. Do it fast this time. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3. Very good. Okay, as promised, we've got 15 minutes or so left. We're going to do the first few movements of Gomichan, and that will have several of the things we've already done, including punches, stances, and a balance on one leg. All right, can you show them the first part of Gomichan? Go. block punch, stand up, double punch, lift, double punch. That's it. That's what we're going to do a little bit of. Hopefully it's in a nice little contained space, so you can practice along with us. We'll break it down very slowly, and then we'll do it a little bit faster. Okay, so you want to come back just a bit further back. So first off, some of you watching at home may already know this, but if you don't, we'll do it nice and slow and practice it together. First off, fists up to the waist. Punch up, step, and this, elbows. Practicing elbows earlier today. Punch down, block, punch. Double fist, punch over your knee, block, punch. Double fist, punch over your knee. Fist up, stand up. Side step, double punch forwards. Now we're going up into a balance. One knee, grab, block, double punch. Okay, let's do that 2 more times. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of time, so we're not going to be able to teach really clearly, but we'll just practice it a few times. Follow along. A couple of things before we start though. Let's refresh ourselves on block, punch, punch down, block, punch, punch down. So there's a lot of repeated movements. So you don't have to remember a lot of movements, you've just got to remember the sequence of the movements. So practice the punches again, we're going to punch up, fist to elbows, punch down, block, punch, double punch, block, punch, double punch. Okay, let's practice that a couple of times, just that little sequence. You're done. Okay, fist to your hips, punch up, fist to shoulders, side step, mabu, punch down, block, punch, punch down, block, punch, punch down, stand up. Okay, we're going to practice that 3 more times. And fist to your hips, punch up, fist to shoulder, side step, punch down, block, punch, punch down, block, punch, punch down, stand up. 2 more times. If you don't have the room to be practicing the step, I'm going to just do the hands. But what you do need to think about is still rotating your body, turning your body. So if we block and we do punch, see, don't need to take up much space, don't need to move very much. We need to rotate my body. Punch down, here, block to the front, punch, punch down. So you can do it, you can standing up, use your upper body, keep your shoulders relaxed. Okay, let's do it again. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Block, punch, punch down, block, punch down, stand up. Good. One more time. Ready? I'm going to keep doing it high. I want to show you can just do it moving your upper body. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Block, punch. Turn your body when you punch. Punch down, block, punch. See how I'm turning your body. Punch down, stand up. Okay. We're going to do one more time and then we're going to keep going into the next section. Ready? 1, 2, 3, punch down. Block, punch. Turn your body. Punch down. Block, punch. Turn your body. Punch down. Stand up. Okay, what we're doing next, we're going to side step into Mabu. If you're following along and you don't have room to move, just do a little half step. Let's come back a little bit so we're going that way toward the camera. So we do side step, mabu, double punch to the front. Remember, fist flat at the front and full strength. Then we're going to drag down and lift it up. So balancing on one leg, can you balance? Step, with grab, and block. Double punch. Okay, we do have enough time. I'm just going to show you one more self-defense technique that's in this. Mitch, if you care to join me. So I was saying this before, block with elbow. So we've talked about the elbow this direction, we've talked about the elbow this direction, but here we have an elbow coming down. So Mitch coming in for a punch, first, grabbing. So blocking, defending, grabbing his arm, stepping in, driving the elbow down into his elbow. Punch. Here. So this one is the solution. This one, after this movement, we come up on one leg, and show you the other side. Up on one leg, grab. This is block, this is grab. Then turn over, elbow down. And you put your whole weight down. Down into the elbow, down into their elbow. Everything coming down. So we'll start again from the double punch and swoop up. So kind of here. Yep. Now we're going to go side step, double punch, grab back. Now here it is. Ready? Grab, down. That's it. Nice one, Tony. And double punch. Just to add a little bit of oomph after you've broken their elbow. Don't break anyone's elbow, please. Okay. So standing again from here. And side step, double punch. Up, grab, elbow down, double punch. Nice. Let's do that 3 more times. Then we'll put the whole little sequence together, and then we will be finished. Okay, ready? I'm going to do it nice and high because we take a couple of steps. So I'm going to show you what you can do if you run in a small space. Here we go. Side step, double punch, pull up, grab, elbow down, turn and punch. So you see, I only took a little tiny bit of space there. You can practice it in a small space. 2 more times. Ready? Step, double punch. Pull up, grab, elbow down, double punch. Nice. 1 more. Ready? Step, double punch. Pull up, grab, elbow down, double punch. Nice. All right. Let's do 3 more times. 3 more times from the beginning to here. We're going to do 2 times, nice and slow. Then we're going to do 1 time, a little bit fast. We're going to finish strong, okay? I'm going to let Tony do this one. So, Tony, come back. Right. Yep, that's good. And I'll just do the arm movements behind this room on. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Block, punch. Punch down, block, punch. Punch down, stand up. Side step, double punch. Drag back, grab, elbow down, double punch. Very good. We'll do 1 more at that speed. Then we're going to go crazy. We're going to do it real fast. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, down. Block, punch, turn the body. Double punch, block, punch, turn the body. Double punch, stand up. Side step, double punch. Drag back, grab, elbow, double punch. Okay. Then you're going to do 1 full speed. Okay? I'm not going to call out the number this time. I'm just going for it. I'll just try and keep up. Okay, here we go. Stop. everyone for joining us. The last couple of times we've said if anyone has any questions, they can ask now, but no one has. So do let us know if you do have any questions. We can answer those in the chat. Otherwise, we'd just like to say a really big thank you to the Auburn Asian Welfare Centre for helping us put this together, and also to the New South Wales Tour Organisation Committee for helping to set all of this up. I'm slightly thanking myself for that as well, but that's fine. Okay, thank you again, everyone. Hopefully we'll do some more of these workshops while we're all in lockdown. Let us know if you have any feedback as well. We will be sending out a survey, that's the word I'm looking for. We send out a survey, so we'd love to get some feedback from you. Okay, thanks everyone. 谢谢大家。